What's good, y'all? And welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, hey, hello. My name is Ashley. You can call me Ash, whichever you prefer. Stick around for a little bit. Watch this video all the way through. As you can see in the title, we'll get into my reaction recap of, get it right, Ash, of Baddies West from the Bay to the Islands. Y'all, this was this was a way to end a season, and it's given like, because stuff like really like went down, like basically lives were just about in danger on this last episode. From Natalie, it honestly sounded like that maybe they could have been maybe hitting a couple more cities, but after whatever happened in California, San Fran, Oakland, like basically nah. It was a wrap. It was time to call it an end. We're hearing all of the ladies' outros and basically how they felt about the entire season. And even in my feeling, obviously outside the drama, this might have been the most honestly like drama filled, even to the point that Natalie was very specific on who she invited out to St. Croix. And while you might have thought it might have been like a baddies thing, like no, Zeus is like really putting themselves like on the map here. They're putting themselves on the map. They're putting themselves as a network. Yes, it's messy. Yes, it's toxic. But they give what the people love. People love drama. People love toxicity. People love the fighting. People love they're giving it to the people. Even to the point that even not just, well, according to what they said, technically St. Croix is a part of the United States, but either way, like these ladies have fans that go beyond basically just even if St. Croix is the United States of America, like I consider that like to be a part of the islands. So when I think of the islands, I just think of, the people, like the Jamaica, the Haitians, the Hispanics. Like I'm putting all them like in that category. Like we ain't discriminating against like nobody or whatever or whatnot. So at the end of the day, things got so crazy at that last club in California. We ended last episode with clearly things have popped off. Stun is saying she didn't necessarily start it. Tommy is saying she didn't necessarily start it, but at some point, clearly, beyond what the cameras might have been able to capture, something clearly did pop off. And it did like pop off to the point like, Tommy wasn't even in it. It was Sachi in it. Once she seen Sachi in it, she got in it. And her and Stunner actually like did actually finally like come to blow the blows, get them hands. Of course, Stunner feel like, like she won. I feel like, she did what she wanted to do for the season. I feel like she definitely set some girls off who are like her, which I I can't even say it's a nice, even a good situation. Like I said, she has grown on me over the season. But like overall, what she stands for, where she at, y'all know me. Like I'm a little bit deep. I begin to like heal it and being for the better. I be here for the ratchet, but I be like, girl, let's work through all this stuff and figure out like why, what is all this. Tommy don't get away from Nando. I feel the same way about Tommy. She clearly got work. We seen all Tommy's trauma and all her stuff like on her episodes. Like I don't know much about at the end of the day about this Stunner girl, but from what I seen, I don't stand for that. That's not what I'm about. Whether it's a young girl thing, whatever, because this girl is my age that's down with her, that probably get down how she get down, whatever. So I don't need like making an age thing. I think it's just a mentality thing. Even to the point like where it even got to the point like people was shooting at the club. It ended up in a whole shootout, which I don't think nobody was confused about where that might have come from. It definitely was clear that it came from like Stunner and her people, and that's what they about. Even as far as like to jump fast forward, because reunion hasn't aired yet, but they've clearly recorded the reunion and all this Stunner and Biggie stuff and pulling out a gun and people feeling like that sounds about right because no, this is like Stunner's background. This is what they do. Whoop de whoop de woo. Like that's just crazy. And I'm gonna go where Tommy's at, where she's just like yo, like imagine somebody had losing their lives that's not like Rolly was still up in the mix of that. She was still in the club. Like you can clearly see the fact that they hadn't left the club up so soon let you know that everybody was so sporadic. Things hit off. People ran probably all types of ways. Then there's gunshots being fired. Like one thing obviously security is there to do is to make sure that these ladies to get back in the vicinities they're supposed to in a safe manner. So even just seeing not Biggie, Rolly coming back out of breath, like barely can breathe, trying to get it, and Scotty stepping in like, yo, I'm certified in this, I'm certified in everything, I'm ready to step in for my girl. Like, yes, back up. Like all this going on, she can't get to her. Not even matter, she couldn't even get to her inhaler. Like she just couldn't even take it. Like it was just that crazy. Stunner still looking for Tommy to catch the one. Maybe might have ripped out her weave out. Like things had just got straight on crazy. Crazy. Like this obviously is definitely gonna go down and like the craziness. Like this season, let's just say this season took the cake. I don't know if it was the whole Stunner and the whole Tommy situation because fast forward, like I said, like the ladies go to St. Croix, which I clearly see like it wasn't just a baddies thing. This sounded like there was a Zeus thing. They had, what's that girl named? The host who be hosting this show. I'm so mad because I can't think of her name right now. Bobby Lights, Jocelyn, like people who are personas basically or have shows on Zeus were all basically at, the Juve for St. Croix. Like this whole event that they were having, and I don't want to make it seem like an event because it's a whole cultural, it's a whole real thing, for the islands and the Caribbeans and how they celebrate their culture and things like that. That's why like Loki, like I'm gonna twerk. I'm gonna twerk. And it's giving like how can like I get it, it's like an age appropriateness to it, but at the same time it's still like this is like low-key our culture. Like this is like even if it is ours, it's theirs. This is like, what they do. This is how they celebrate. This is how they dance. This is how they like whatever. So who are we to say like whether it's wrong or right, whether it's appropriate for an age or not? Okay. But it's just like I ain't gonna never see no wrong in a twerk. The girl ain't gonna never see no wrong in a twerk. Judge me not. But clearly, this butt was not just here for just jiggling and sitting still and just looking, jiggling when I walk and stuff. It's made to make it do something. It's clearly made to make me do something. It's a little manipulated a little bit. Okay. All right. Focus, Ashley. Focus. Like, it was just crazy. Tommy, like, boom, let's just move forward. At the end of the day, the only people who ended up going up to St. Croix with Natalie was Rolly, Scotty, and Low London. Am I surprised about Scotty? No. Even after what happened with her and Natalie, not surprised that Scotty ended up alone on the trip. And then as well with Rolly. Rolly is a fan favorite. Whether they give Rolly a show or not, like Rolly is going to be on Baddies. She's going to be here. She's going to stand down. She's going to hold her one. Like, regardless of the any more fan favorites. Because I honestly, I'll give Sunday. I honestly feel like that even with all the hooter rah that she put on, I feel like the girls was giving for that. It sounded like that's what the girls like. That's what the girls wanted. I can say that's what they wanted, but they was here for it or whatever or whatnot. So she might have very well been a fan favorite. But Rolly gonna go down as always a one for me. I am since real chance. She got it for me. Will always have it for me. Was very much concerned when I see her coming on that bus. And then, as I'm skipping over to St. Croix, how can I literally act like I'm totally forgetting about the fact that she had to snatch a shorty up out of her bed, which she's saying was a meth head. And I'm just saying, like, y'all rooting and all this whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop for what's her name, but she fuck around and got a meth head for an assistant. Clearly, that's a rumor. Who am I to say? But what would really need to like make this up about this girl before? Like, what was she doing? What did she see in her? Whatever, to make her come out her mouth and say meth head? Because for a woman to come to meth, that ain't even like amongst us. That ain't even like amongst us. I'm just saying. So it's given. I think it was just more than about shade. And then secondly, Stun is not even on this bus. So why is her assistant here? Like, you didn't want to hit up Stunner. Like, you didn't want to be like, yo, where you at? Like, all this going on. You didn't want to contact nobody to make sure that you got back, like, with your people. You want to, yeah, no, I'm feeling it, ladies. It's giving real fishy. It's giving, I don't really trust it. Like, yeah. No, it's giving. I asked you to get up out my bed, and you want to ask, want to get up out my bed? Yeah, get on the rollie, get on her, demand the respect, because and like she was like nice about it. Like, today is not the day, bitch. Today is not the day. I done been through enough. I'm ready to lay down. I'm ready to lay my big ass down, and you don't want to give me access to my bed? No, you got the wrong one. Yep. I'm already fired up. Let's go. And it was a lot. I feel like it was a lot of shade even going towards like Natalie, like in regards to like how she jumped in or whatever. And she was just doing the most like, I think for a lot of these ladies, that situation probably turned up and maybe even set an aggression or an adrenaline rush for all them. And so it's like after all that had just has happened, then we get this op here on the bus. She having issues with these ladies because if nothing else, after all that, we definitely sticking together. After what just happened, we definitely sticking together. And you gonna have some, no, it's on like even Low was like ready even like to jump in there. Like y'all got Scotty, like maybe not even Low. I definitely for sure want to say Scotty. I can't even say, but it was just to say like the girls was ready on go. Like, this craziness just happened. Our lives was in danger. Your girl's not even on this bus. Why are you even on this bus? You started stuff with us. Like, nah, ain't nobody coming in between. Ain't nobody getting in this bond. You about to get it from everybody. That's the vibe that I was feeling. And that's the vibe that I'm going to just keep on with because I like that better. At the end I like that better. Like, I ain't even going to hold y'all. So, okay. Now we're getting into some Freud. Let's just talk about how my girl Rolly, like one, nah, before we get to Rolly, I'm gonna let Lo have it. Because the fact that she was even invited on the trip, obviously, like, maybe even speaks volumes. Or it's just the fact that, I ain't even gonna say it speaks volumes. I'm just gonna say that I am going to give it to Low London because regardless of whatever was happening, who, whatever, she spoke her mind. She said how she feel. If there was something that she felt like it needed to be addressed, she would address it. The money situation, the Chris Rock situation, or her being late or not late, like whatever. Whether she got her, beat up, what not beat up, at the end of the day, it did not stop her from being true to her and just like calling stuff out and just be like, nah, like let's get this, like whatever. At the end of the day, she was definitely one of the girls that was on the vibes of let's get this bag. I'm all for, I'm above all this. At the end of the day, in order for these ladies to really be able to get the bag and for it to be less drama, yes, they are going to have to pick and choose like who it is that they really like choosing for. Once that stuff happened off with Stunner and Tommy, I'm pretty sure that things happened in the event up until, yeah, somebody had to make a decision. And yeah, maybe Zeus might have had to come out of pocket, but yeah, no, somebody either had to be replaced or somebody shouldn't have kept going forward. And at this point, Tommy was clearly the head runner of like celeb wise as far as like whatever. So maybe Stunner might have had to take a second seat. But at the same time, this is what drove the ratings. This is what drove the drama. The people were here for Stunner and what she stood for, and they were here to even just to see probably Stunner and Tommy just fight, like just all in general. Like let's be real, the beef with them have been going on and on. It's like low-key, it's just about time that y'all just hash this out because we just tired of it. So I'm not mad at Rolly because for one, she ain't scared and she gonna say it like, no, a lot of these ladies don't need to come back. A lot of these ladies like were their headspaces were just in another place. We're here to get the bag. Like, come next season, because the season's going to keep going, yeah, we do. We need to go back and evaluate some of these ladies that we might be even thinking about bringing back. But as well, y'all need to even be evaluating the ladies that y'all even bringing in. Because at all the end of the day, y'all all gotta coexist. Y'all all gotta coexist in some way. And it's not even to say that y'all always going to get along and always seem eye to eye, because that's just not gonna happen. But the amount of drama and mess and just how this season ended alone was just like, it shouldn't even got there. Because for me, the shots fired was just already enough. Regardless of the fact that nobody was hit, like, y'all really out here taking to that level. Y'all really out here feel like y'all are within your right to take somebody else's life off of what? Disrespect? Disrespect? Ain't nobody worth dying because they disrespected me. I got other ways of handling that. I don't need to live your life. I don't need to end your life over it. Like, your life isn't worth, like, my respect. Like, at the end of the day, if you don't respect me, I can choose not to disassociate with you and we can just move on. Why does it have to be about, like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But as you can see, I'm not for it. I don't vibe. I don't vibe and I don't rock like that. So if that's like what you're hoping to get when you get over here and getting these reviews, like, nah, I'm gonna give y'all what I'm gonna give y'all, but nah, like, at the end of the day, y'all can have that. Y'all can have it. Y'all can go somewhere else for that. So I'm thankful for this reunion, because obviously it's been a lot of talk. It's just been a lot of, whatever, nonetheless, ladies still seem to have a great time in St. Croix. They were outside. They were outside. Like I said, this seemed to be just like a full on, really a Zeus event, not necessarily a Baddies, because like everybody who has presented themselves on Zeus was here for, this carnival for St. Croix. So yeah, I just feel like that jank, is whew, whew. I think, I don't know. I can't take away from anything from what either Lil London said or Rolly said or what Scotty said, as far as like what's to come next season and who to actually like possibly bring back and not even bring back. Like, this ain't for everybody. This ain't for everybody. No, everybody's not gonna get along with everybody, but we need people who are like, I right, good, like whatever, whatever. I ain't tripping over Natalie and Rolly. Like, even when they had their fight, I don't feel like it was like a all on like big thing. I think it was just like a disagreement, ended up in blows, but it wasn't like for some. It's not to say that everybody can fight and like come back from that, but I don't see them as like being like best friends, but they are co-workers who as well are okay working together. They can coexist and they can work together and like they can be cool. Whatever happened to them, the miscommunication, like whatever it happened, they can move forward and that could be that. I don't necessarily believe like it's gotta be all fake, but who am I to say? Like, I'm not a big fighter. I got a lot in the fight with a whole lot of people, my friends or not my friends, or my coworkers or not my coworkers. I don't know. Just some things for me, it's just like, yo, can you believe we fought about that? That's what I feel like that's what that is between like Natalie and like, whatever. They had their thing, they had the disagreements. Rolly gonna say what she gotta say. One thing about it, and she likes her straight, like, yeah, how you do can be a little shady sometimes. Natalie know that she can be a little bit shady sometimes. That's why I was like a whole giggle and a cackle and like whatever. I recognize you and I see you for who you are. You recognize me and I see who, and you see me for who I am. And that's that. And that's how we move forward. And when we get on the show, we're going to get this bag and we're going about our business. We're going about our business. And that's that. So if you made this far in the video, make sure you go ahead and drop me some purple hearts down below. Unless you want to go ahead and, of course, give me your thoughts. Give me your chats. Give me your insights on this last episode of Baddies West. ask me if I'm going to do a recap on the reunion. Yeah, just go ahead and ask me. You got to ask me. You got to ask me to know. So, or, you know, you just might get a short. Like, I don't know. Like, some days I'll be like wondering, like, am I going to keep doing like long channel videos? Am I just going to straight just do shorts for these? I don't even know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But we are still on our road to 200 subscribers. So I would appreciate it if you would help your girl out. And I mean 200 subscribers by the end of this month, not overall. By the end of this month, by the end of April. So I need you to help your girl out. Hopefully it means to the end. To hear that. Bye, y'all.